Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all things true crime. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Tanya, and for all my returning Titans, welcome on back. Thank you for joining me for yet another upload. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I really hope you'll consider subscribing like I said. Also, we have a membership button that you can now join by clicking the join button below the video. So today we're going to be talking about a very new case that's just come up, and it's a case that's going to be extremely hard to talk about and to kind of navigate through, so just kind of bear with me through this video, please. When Shanquella Robinson last spoke to her mother, she was enjoying a nice dinner with her friends at a villa in Cabo, Mexico. They had a chef, the whole nine. In less than 24 hours, she would be found unalived. How she became that way, who was responsible, would remain a question until now. Basically, I'm going to do this video like I do most of my videos. When we first start out with a new case, I do timeline and I just kind of stick with the facts. After reviewing this case, I want to say this in the beginning, so when I start to talk about the facts, if they come off flat, it's not because it's flat at all. It's because I'm trying to not think about what's happened to this poor girl. Before starting true crime, it wasn't a problem for me to not be connected to people, but now that I'm in true crime and that's all I see and all I talk about and all I feel, and just it engulfs me, this case is just extremely hard, and you guys will see why. So Friday, October 28th, 2022, this year, Shanquella Robinson and 5 friends leave Charlotte, North Carolina for San Jose del Cabo, Mexico. The 6th friend, Nazir Wiggins, would arrive the next day on his own. In the evening of Friday, October the 28th, Shanquella calls her mom. She calls her while they're eating with her friends, in the villa, and it's been fed by, they're being fed by a private chef. So she's having one heck of a time. Shanquella also made posts to social media between their arrival in Mexico on the 28th and her death the following day. According to her mother, who says Shanquella appeared to be having a great time and really seemed to be enjoying herself. And I'm going to slip in right now, here are a couple pictures of her on her vacation. Nazir Wiggins, the guy that came the day after the initial, 5 friends went on this trip, he claims the following day when he called the friends at the villa, he was informed of Shanquella's condition. And this is what her condition was that he says. He says the friends told him that she was unwell as a result of alcohol poisoning. So he arrived at the villa around 3:30. He says when he arrived at the villa, he saw Shanquella unresponsive in the bathroom. Someone who Nazir thought was a nurse arrived on the scene not long after he had found her. Shanquella's family received 2 phone calls during that time, during that day actually, from her friends. The first phone call was saying that she wasn't feeling well due to alcohol poisoning and the doctor was being called in. And again, saying that medics had arrived on scene. So her parents, in their mind, they're thinking, oh, okay, Shanquella has, gone to Mexico with her friends, a group of friends, 5 or 6 of them. She must have drank too much last night. It's a different country. Maybe it's in the water, They say stuff like that all the time about Mexico. It's like, don't drink the water or something. I don't know, it gives you stomach problems. So in my mind, that's what I was thinking when I first read that. And maybe that's what her parents were actually thinking as well. So on the second call to her family, they were put actually on hold by one of her friends. Supposedly, this was Shanquella's best friend. They were again told by the friend that Robinson's condition was due to alcohol poisoning, though the autopsy would later indicate and show otherwise. At 6:15 p.m., a public security member contacts the state attorney general's office of Mexico's Baja California Sur about Shanquella's death. Sorry I couldn't get that out. I wanted to try to get out that whole name for you. Agents are reported to have gone to the scene and to investigate. So this is what happened in the following days, because all of that happened within one day, really. I mean, like her going to Mexico, and she was gone by that evening, next morning. So the following days, all 6 living parties returned to the United States from Mexico, leaving the body of Shanquella Robinson behind. And not just because the trip was over. Their trip just started. I don't know if you got that when I told you a minute ago. She was only there for one day. The friends came back early. They were supposed to be there for a week. So, fishy, freaking fishy, right? So then we go into the week of November 6th through November the 12th, because this is how sporadic these updates are really coming in. 2 weeks and $6,000 later, Shanquella's family finally receives her remains. That brings us into Thursday, November the 10th. So November the 10th, the family receives the final autopsy report, or the official autopsy report, from the Mexican Secretary of Health. The autopsy reveals that Shanquella suffered severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, with no mention of alcohol poisoning, despite repeated claims by her friends. So basically, she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord. The autopsy showed the cause of death as a severe spinal cord injury, and she just couldn't come back from that. I mean, somebody broke her neck. Think about it. You're a parent. You think your daughter went with friends on a trip, and you think, hey, I mean, she's on this trip with her buddies. Maybe she has a little alcohol poisoning. She'll be fine. No problem. This shouldn't end like this. Tuesday, November the 15th, leaked video of Shanquella Robinson's assault. Her assault, I'm going to say it again, even though I'm going to get flagged probably by YouTube for that, goes viral on social media. It was alcohol poisoning, I thought, guys. This is when I first heard about the story. I actually just saw the video last night, and it literally made me sick. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a content creator. No, this shit made me sick to my stomach, to the point where I put out on my community post right away, I'm covering this story. It's from the beginning, and I'll be covering it till the end. Before starting a true crime channel, I could watch ID channel like literally all day and not feel really anything for the victim. I would, it's just a TV show, kind of disassociate myself in a way. But the cases I cover on here literally make me want to cry. This case is no exception, just because she's an adult. This might be the hardest one yet, really, because there is video freaking footage of this girl. I'm not going to post the video here, but I'll let you know a little bit about it. But the video is up on Instagram under her name if you want to check it out. But I just won't be adding it in here for respect for Shanquella and her family. But I will describe it for you. The video is of a man. Okay, so the video is a man taping. So a man is actually holding the phone, recording this. And it shows a man taping Shanquella she's completely naked, being pulled around by her hair. Then she is seen sitting down on the floor with this girl hovering over her, constantly and repeatedly hitting her in the head and kicking her. She's not doing anything. You hear the male in the background say, "Aren't you going to fight back?" She didn't throw one punch. She literally just sat there taking this beating. It was sick to watch it because she did not fight back. Like, there was no fight there. Like, that's a coward's way. If you don't want to watch the video, she's literally just sitting there with her head down. And she's butt naked. And it's out there on the internet. It's sick. It's really sick. On Thursday, November the 17th, because no one really knew if this was a crime or not until it really hit social media and these videos came out. State AG presiding over Robinson's case says that they're investigating this matter as a femicide. If you don't know what femicide is, it is a hate crime, which is broadly defined as the intentional killing of a woman or girls because they are female. So basically being killed because you're a female. And that fits this perfectly, I feel like. And they should have so many more charges than just that. And I'm sure that they will. The latest news on this case is Shanquella's father and her mother just coming out and speaking on her behalf. And it's really beautiful to watch. TMZ has a video of her dad. I'm going to actually make a video here in a few minutes, and I'll have it up today or tomorrow, but it'll be up probably today, which is Saturday. And I'll link it so that way you guys can watch the video of her father on the TMZ. So just make sure your notifications are turned on to watch that. They are investigating this case. This girl shouldn't have lost her life on vacation the first day that they arrived. To me, it seems planned almost. Like, who does that to a friend in beautiful Cabo? Think about it. The villa, the chef they had, the weather, the ocean, all of the beauty. And they turn that place into hell on earth for this beautiful, beautiful girl. I hope her family knows that we are all thinking of them. We pray for their healing, and we pray for justice that she deserves. She went on vacation and came back in a wooden box. Her family had to pay $7,000 to get her back home because her friends decided to run and leave her behind. Who the fuck does that? Really? Do you want to hear something that's almost even worse than that? Almost worse. After harming their daughter, not just harming, unaliving her, you know, the friends then reached out the first night trying to get her family to send $5,000 to get her to the hospital, remember, or have a doctor come and check on her. They literally asked a dead girl's father for the money. I am assuming that money was actually to get their asses out of Mexico and get them back to North Carolina. And that's what I think. Because if not, they would have had to stay there with her body for another, 6 days? I think the trip was maybe a week. I don't know, 5 days to a week. So they couldn't get their tickets because their tickets were for future tickets, future flights. So think about that. Shanquella's friends describe her, and this is how I want to keep, I want to end on a better note for her. Shanquella's family and friends describe her as having a heart of gold and being overall a talented and goal-driven young woman. She was loved by many, and with that, comes jealousy. But she's a beautiful girl with many talents, it looks like, and her life was cut too short. So I'm going to continue to keep my eye on this case, literally my eye, on this case for you guys. Try to, make it a little better at the end for you. But, and if you do catch the video of Shanquella, let me know your comments below on what you think about that video. And let me know what you think about, even if you don't watch that video, don't go look for it if you don't want to be really, really, really scarred. But just let me know, comment your thoughts below on this case. A lot of you guys reached out when I said I was going to cover this case, and you guys were really appreciative, and I really appreciate that you guys were appreciative of that. She was a beautiful girl. She did not deserve this. I will keep you guys updated when these individuals get arrested and how quickly they get arrested. Also, the FBI is now involved in the case, so that's good news there. And I feel like they're going to get a resolution for this girl. They know the people that were involved. They have a videotape. There's word of a second videotape, but I have yet to see that one. I don't want to even see it, but if it's out there, I will look at it. Then there is a videotape of her that she's just like walking through the house trying to find her friends because they're supposed to be getting in their bathing suits. And you hear her say something along the lines of, how long does it take you guys to get naked? And they're all like in a room right prior to this happening. So it almost looks like they were plotting in that room. So if you've seen that video, comment below what you think about that. I really hope this case resolves itself quickly, but you know, sometimes it takes a little while for the wheels of justice to start turning. But I will keep you guys covered and updated on this whole case. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, this one's a hard one. It really is. And I really appreciate you guys spending a little bit of your day with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.